It's a G1013 morning show. That's the Kid Leroy and Without You. Good morning. Glad you're along with us for the G1013 morning show. 9:43, and it's that time again. Being joined in studio from Surety Community Ladies Center, it's Melinda Wilson. Good morning.
Good morning.
Glad to have you back.
Thank you.
So things always busy at Surety Community Ladies Center?
Yes, they are. There's always something to do.
Always something to do. And it's an organization, first of all, for those people who don't know, who have maybe missed when we do this once a month, but we talk about all the things that you do at the center and provide for whether it's new moms or new families or a mom who just found out she's pregnant and is still trying to figure out what's going to happen and what happens next.
Right.
And so all the things you do. And it's obviously not something that runs by itself. I mean, it requires a lot of people.
It does. And we offer several volunteer positions that they can work in.
And there's a lot of people too. People will say like, well, I want to volunteer like for my church, or I want to volunteer through this organization I'm with, or through whatever. And you guys do plenty of volunteer opportunities.
We do. And actually, we are a complete faith-based organization. And so we are completely pro-life as well. And if people have, they stand for pro-life and have been active in that area, this kind of gives them the next step of opportunity that they can actually advocate for the unborn. And so several volunteer opportunities we have. We have the front desk and office, work that needs done. So if they, don't want to maybe, get on the mentoring side, they don't feel comfortable in that deep of a position, they're still helping out in that aspect by just doing the front desk and helping with the office as well.
Sure. Yeah, answer the phones and
absolutely. So do you want me to share a few of our volunteer?
Yeah.
Okay. So just your more of a light way of doing your volunteerism. You can do the front desk. We have the Mommy and Me Boutique, where donations come in for like maternity clothes for the women or products for the babies, including clothing. And so they can actually work in there and sorting the donations. And then the gently used clothing that we receive, they can help with the laundry of that. So that gives them an opportunity to be involved in that. We also have a prayer team. So they can pray for the moms, the families, the unborn, just decisions that the girls are making. So they can join the prayer team. They can also work in the nursery when the girls come in for classes. So a lot of the girls that are pregnant or maybe have young families that already had their babies, when they're in classes, they maybe don't have a babysitter at home.
Yeah.
So if they don't have a babysitter at home, we do have a nursery available, but we would need volunteers, to watch their children during their class time.
Yeah.
And then we also have opportunities for career women. A lot of women's like, I can't really work and volunteer through the week for 4 hours, and because we're open Monday through Friday, but we are open from 10 a.m. till 7 p.m. So we have opportunities for career women that they can come in after work and still be the hands and feet of help, during that time, and they can do something during those following 2 hours.
Wow.
So those are more the lighthearted areas that they can be involved in if they want to, dive in and say, hey, I experienced some things when I was a young mother.
Yeah.
And it had been great if somebody would have been there for me to kind of walk me through it, help with the parenting, and just help with my fear and all of the above, or maybe they have experienced an abortion in the past, and they're like, I've been healed from an abortion, and I want to be there to help a young lady, to share with her my experience, and that you can parent a child, and we can help you through this, whether through adoption or you choose to carry the child for full term. So we have opportunities, for them as well. So they go through an advocacy program, and the advocacy program lasts about 8 weeks, and we're planning on starting training on April the 5th for the volunteers that want to be on the advocacy program. And then, with that, they will go through this, counseling per se program to help the girls, and then they'll be there as an advocate and do their volunteer time that way.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah.
So, and there's so many different opportunities, and I know that you also have volunteer opportunities for some of the classes that you do as well, because you do plenty of classes at the center as well.
We do. We actually have a couple classes coming up. We have on the 9th of this month, so next Tuesday, it's our tax class on how to fill out a short form, and it's being led by Lisa Spots, who's a local tax preparer. We're glad to have her on board. Then we also have the Apples of Gold, which is is the Bible-based baking class, as well as table talk. And in that, they also have a volunteer opportunity that they can do the baking.
That's great.
And that would, so we would welcome them, teach the girls how to cook, and they can utilize that way. And then one last thing that is open to men and women. We actually are going to be opening a thrift store in Richmond coming up this spring, and there's going to be opportunities for both men and women to volunteer at that location.
That's very cool. All right. So much to go. I told you, so much going
Yes.
on. So much happening. So you can check out all this at the website, right?
They can check it out the website, which is sclcrichmond.com. They can also call our office at 488-2070 and even pop in. We always have volunteer applications at the front desk.
Which you can't miss the building. It is a turquoise building on Northwest 5th. So
yeah, you cannot miss us.
Yeah.
And that's our plan.
That's true. That's very true. So sclcrichmond.com. Check out everything they've got to offer at Surety Community Ladies Center. Melinda, thanks for being here.
Thanks so much, Rick.
Of course. So make sure you check it out, sclcrichmond.com. Find out all they have to offer at the Surety Community Ladies Center. Moving on with the G1013 Morning Show and Benny.